Let's learn about IELTS in the icon of Australia, Opera House. Hi everyone, so today we're going to be discussing about the basic things to prepare yourself for IELTS. Now before we start, you have to know what IELTS stands for. IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System, which is going to measure your 4 skills including listening, reading, writing, and also speaking. The highest band for each skill is 9, which is similar to the native speaker skills. And your final score is actually the average score of all bands. So all the skills, for example, speaking, you got 8, listening, you got 8, reading, you got 6, and then writing, you got 6. So all those scores are going to be added up, and then the average score of those skills is going to be your final score for IELTS. There are 2 kinds of IELTS, IELTS Academic and IELTS General Training. IELTS Academic is used for people to study abroad or to continue their study to a higher degree or to work. Okay? IELTS General Training is used for people who only want to work, they don't want to study. So IELTS General Training cannot be used to study abroad. Personally, I think IELTS Academic is more difficult because if we see from the reading section and also from the writing section, they are more complicated and longer compared to IELTS General Training. Let's say if you want to work in Australia, that means you have to take IELTS General Training, and the average score needed to work in Australia is 4.5. That means each skill you should not get a band lower than 4.0. If you get, for example, speaking 3.5, that means you cannot pass to work in Australia. And if you want to study, so far I know if you want to study abroad and take a master's degree, your average score for IELTS Academic should be at least 6.5, and for doctorate degree should be 7. And how much do you need to take the IELTS test? I took the IELTS test in Indonesia, in Bali in 2021, and I spent around 300 Australian dollars. And so far, I know that there is going to be an increase of 10 Australian dollars every year. So by 2024, I think it will be around 330 Australian dollars. Where can you take the IELTS test? In Bali, you can take IELTS test in IELF, which is located in Sasetan, or in IDP. But the ones that I took, because I took IELTS several times, I always took it in IELF in Sasetan. And how do you prepare yourself for the IELTS test? Before taking IELTS test, you have to know your English mastery, because in order to take the IELTS test, which is a bit high, you have to be able to master the basic English. And if you don't think you master the basic English, then you have to improve this one first and take the IELTS later. There are many useful websites that you can find on the internet, and they are free, including YouTube, that you can learn speaking and listening from. But if you don't want to use those websites, you can also take a private lessons from private tutors or a lesson from formal English learning institution. And how long is the IELTS test going to be done? The whole duration of IELTS test is going to take your time about 2 hours and 50 minutes. That will consist of listening for 35 minutes, and then reading for 1 hour, writing for 1 hour, and also speaking for 15 minutes. So that's all the explanation of taking IELTS, the basic explanation and information about IELTS. I'm going to continue with the next explanation in the next video. So stay tuned and see you in the next video.